a rather satisfying part, if I don't say so myself. Really nice feeling doing this. Yeah, if I could change something from this painting. In this video, I'm going to be painting a skyscape. Now, when it comes to reference photos, I'm not drawing exactly what I see. It's just there to help me just to get an idea of what's going on. Basic colours are titanium white, cadmium yellow, bright reds, burnt sienna and cobalt blue. The bottom part here of the blue, it's just a case of adding cobalt blue with titanium white, but it's also nice to add a tiny bit of yellow and it gives it a more of a baby blue. Paint mixes are so simple. I mean, you can do a lot with fewer colours. I think working with a limited palette does have its benefits. Things do get modified throughout. It's not just a strict case of working from dark to light. So yeah, as mentioned earlier, these small oil painting studies are very beneficial for when it comes to painting larger paintings. So I may actually use this study and the reference photo for something larger in the future. That's why this piece only took about 50 minutes, and that included the sketch, the colour mixing, and I think I could have done it in about 40 minutes to be honest, but I wasn't rushing. You know, yeah, I could have done it in 20 minutes, but there's no rush with things. It's just, you know, a chill painting session. I've seen the ending to this painting and I'm going to talk about a few things that I could have fixed, and yeah, it helps me as well. So I mean, I'm using 4 colours and whites, and I mean, you can mix pretty much every single colour with these colours. Regarding the actual theme, yeah, you can use any colour combination. I mean, you can look at this painting now, this tutorial, and you can, I mean, this demonstration, you can actually go along with me and use any sort of colours that you want. You're going to get this reference picture, but don't feel like you have to use the same colours. I mean, great, if you want to, you can, or aim to get a similar colour palette. But so yeah, have to be careful with that. And I'm also making this paint slightly thicker, and the titanium white, the opaque titanium white, really helps with that. Okay, I thought I'd jump in with the palette knife. Yeah, this is I mean, you'll see me go back and forth with the palette knife and paintbrush, but yeah, how do you explain a palette knife? And the thickness of the paint is more than you can get than using a paintbrush. You can literally scoop on the paint with the palette knife. And having that abstract quality, which I absolutely love within the painting, with whites, and that's very punchy and vibrant because I want some thick areas of that blue to show through. And I'm playing with the edges here, just to sort of add a more of an abstract kind of feel into the sky there. If we're looking at kind of depth and perspective in paintings, whatever's in the distant is usually cooler. And then I come forward into my darker mix straight with my larger palette knife and just lay in the thick paints. And again, I changed up the mix there very quickly, and yeah, I'm just playing with pressure here. So the more paint I have on the palette knife, I don't push down as hard. If I've got less paint on the palette knife, I will push down harder. And what's even nicer is you can see that the purple kind of areas coming through the clouds. Now, the opposite colour of purple is yellow, so if you can have colour complements in your paintings, so that's very important to keep in mind. Now, I can use a lot more paint with the palette knife. You will see that in a future video where I will do it with just a palette knife, and there's a lot of paint to be used, but it's so worth it. It's so much fun with the palette knife, and to try and explain how to use a palette knife on video is, I think it's going to be challenging, but I'm actually looking forward to doing that, for attempting to do that. So yeah, and it's all trial and error with things, but I know I get to see what works and what doesn't with these sort of studies, and it's a lot of fun. Here I just dabbed in a little bit because I wanted to soften the edge up there, with the paintbrush. Here I'm mixing a bit of yellow with that blue, and because it's thicker than that initial blocking that I did earlier, it's going on top nicely. Now if I had put that yellow, if it was thinner and I put it on with the blue, would get green, which I'm not really looking for. Stepping right back from the painting to see it. I know it's a small sketch, but it's still important to step away from the painting and see it from a distance. Yeah, and my brushes they're sort of looked after. They look okay after a few years still. Thank goodness, because brushes are quite expensive. But hey, palette knives are pretty cool. You just give them a wipe in between applications and no problem at all. You don't have to wash them. And they last forever. They've lasted for years. I used to sometimes I still do, sign my paintings with the palette knife. I scratch my signature into if I'm working on a wood panel, into the actual paint, and that looks really cool. Or you can use a toothpick for that. I would have probably softened the clouds a little bit more. Some more coral orange colour in the sun, in the clouds. But hey, we live and learn. That's the whole point of these exercises. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care for now.